If I were to sit here and try to explain physics to a physicist, he's going to tell me to put the fries in the bag. Well, damn, I just slept forever. This is like the first day I've actually had like totally off in a while. And I still got work to do. Man, it is like in the afternoon now. I just like laid back down, sleep for a couple more minutes, and hours and hours have gone by. Didn't intend for that to happen, so still got stuff to do. Let's go do it. Damn, it got chilly today.
Finally had to bust out the mighty mini heater here.
Well, plans have changed. I was supposed to have gone to Lexington tomorrow morning for an Oddfellows function all day, but those dates were moved, apparently. So I have tomorrow open and should have the part for my car, my coolant system, coming in sometime tomorrow. Maybe it'll be early enough in the day for me to actually like dig in there and try to replace it. Yeah, I love working on vehicles. Well, sometimes you just need double the dose of Cafe Bustelo with the same amount of water, and like 6 tablespoons of sugar. Delicious adjacent. Coffee is just a tool anyways. Coffee is less to be enjoyed, more to just make you be able to function. You know, being on TikTok, making videos and whatnot for my business, tattoo shop and all that stuff. I'm just fucking around. It is incredible watching people on there in these comment sections. People ask, well, I want a tattoo, so why shouldn't I be allowed to tattoo? It's like, because some people aren't teachable. Some people just baseline are not teachable. And you can see that in these comment sections. They'll argue tooth and nail. People who have zero experience with tattoos, like never done a tattoo, probably haven't been in a tattoo shop more than a couple times, if at all. And they want to start arguing with 20, 30, 40 veteran tattooers that have been doing this for most of their lives and have seen firsthand what does and doesn't work, have seen the tattoos they did after 5 years come in 30 years later and know exactly how things heal and age, what works and what doesn't work, only to have some 15-year-old be like, nuh-uh, unicorns and rainbow kittens and blah, 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 blah. Well, I think white tattoos will last forever on everyone for any reason. Yeah, that's not the way that works. Like, you know, from decades of experience, that's just not the way it fucking works. Like, it'd be cool, but it's just not. Then they fire back with the tried and true, nuh-uh, I thought it, so you're wrong. It's like, okay, little buddy. Yep, your assumption has trumped thousands and thousands and thousands of experiences, tattoos, and clients that I personally have had in my career, and the quarter-century experience that my mentor had, and the experience of every other tattooer that has. Your idealistic assumption trumps all of that reality. Boy, do they get their feelings hurt when someone who knows what they're talking about tells them, nah, that's not the way that works. By the way, thank you TikTok for teaching me how to put 2 big gulps in a bag, have them separated and upright. That makes life way easier. But yeah, as far as tattoos go, what makes a tattoo last is contrast. The higher the contrast with the substrate, the better. The more difference there is between the natural color of someone's skin and the darkest part of the tattoo, the better chance it's going to have to age well. Granted, this is assuming that the tattoo is applied well by a professional that's trained, knows what they're doing. But the reality is, some things just don't work for tattoos. I'm gonna sound like the old guy here. A bunch of kids want to come in and think that they've reinvented the wheel. And I know better than fucking tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of other people who all have like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of individual experiences each to show them otherwise. But I think I'm different. It's like sometimes you're just not. There are certain things that we just know are going to age well or are not going to age well. And I've been paying a lot more attention to it recently with my own work, seeing pieces that I did 5 years in come back now 10 years later, and I can see exactly what I did that works and what doesn't, what's aged well and what hasn't. coworkers of mine, their work that's come back in years and years after the fact. You can see what's aged well and what hasn't. My mentor's work, seeing his work come back in 10 years into my tattoo career, you can see what works and what didn't. Yeah, you might even be on the aged tattoo subreddit, but until you see that, until you have those experiences, you know the decisions that you made in a particular piece, and you see it 10 years later, and you look at some of those things and go, oh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. Not gonna make those decisions. Until you see that, personally, you just don't have the same level of experience as someone who has. Goes back to that book, The Death of Expertise. I can't help but just keep coming back to that quote about the vein of anti-intellectualism. I think it's an Isaac Asimov quote. He says that a lot of people have the false notion that my ignorance is just as good as your knowledge. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to explain physics to a physicist. That would be ridiculous. I draw on people for a living. A physicist, with me trying to explain physics to them, would tell me to put the fries in the bag, and rightfully so. Sometimes, people just know more about a thing than you do, and that's okay. Randos believing that they just somehow magically know better than knowledgeable, trained, educated professionals in a field is how we get a whole swath of people believing that they're like remote control hurricanes. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, and hey, and I finished up this little ink wash pen and ink thing that I started the other day. And also there's a puppy. There's a puppy.